The 2,250 pence coin of the United Kingdom represents not just a piece of currency, but a symbol of national pride, historic commemoration, and the enduring reign of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, whose profile graces its obverse side. Issued in the early 21st century, this coin emerges from the backdrop of Britain's rich numismatic tradition and commemorative coinage that reflects the country's evolving identity, heritage, and the monarchy's steadfast presence. The obverse of the 2005 OP coin features the regal portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, sculpted by the acclaimed artist Ian Rank Broadley, FRBS, whose effigy of the Queen had been introduced to UK coinage in 1998. This portrayal is noted for its realistic and mature representation of the monarch, contrasting earlier idealized depictions seen on previous coinage. Rank Broadley's design presents the Queen facing right, crowned with the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, a diamond tiara with historical significance often associated with royal portraits. The effigy exudes dignity, poise, and the steady continuity of the monarchy. Encircling the Queen's portrait are the abbreviated Latin inscriptions Elisabeth II, D, G, Reg, FD, standing for Elizabeth II Day, Gratia Regina Fidei Defensa, translating to Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. This traditional legend harks back to centuries of monarchic and religious heritage, underscoring the constitutional and spiritual roles of the sovereign. Completing the inscription is the year of minting, 2002, marking this coin as part of the currency issued during the monarch's historic Golden Jubilee year. Celebrating 50 years since her accession to the throne in 1952, the reverse design of the standard circulation 5 OP coin in 2002 features the enduring and classic image of Britannia, a personification of Britain seated with a trident and shield by her side. This imagery, designed by Christopher Ironside, had been in place since the decimalization of British currency in 1971 and continued as a proud symbol of British resilience and maritime strength. Britannia is depicted helmeted, facing right, holding a trident in her right hand, a symbol of Britain's naval power, and resting her left arm upon a shield adorned with the Union Jack, reinforcing the unity of the United Kingdom. At the base of Britannia, a lion rests, another traditional, a symbol of courage and sovereignty. This composition, with its classical overtones, recalls Britain's imperial history, maritime dominance, and enduring values of defense and strength. Around the lower edges, the denomination is clearly marked as 50 pence, ensuring both functional currency use and design symmetry. It's important to note that 2002 was not only significant for standard issues of the 5OP coin, but also for special commemorative editions. The Golden Jubilee of Queen Elizabeth II prompted several numismatic releases in various denominations, though the standard Britannia reverse 5OP continued for general circulation, making it a coin of both everyday utility and historical importance. The physical characteristics of the 2,250 pence coin conformed to the specifications introduced after the coin was reduced in size in 1997, intended to make the coin lighter, more practical, and more compatible with modern vending machines and coin handling systems. The coin is 7-sided with an equilateral curve heptagon shape, ensuring easy tactile recognition, especially beneficial for visually impaired individuals. Its dimensions are as follows: weight 8.00 grams diameter, 27.3 millimeters thickness, approximately 1.78 millimeters composition, cupronickel, consisting of 75% copper and 25% nickel, providing durability, resistance to corrosion, and a distinctive silvery appearance. Edge, plain, smooth, which is characteristic of UK 50p coins since decimalisation. The 50p coin holds a unique place in British currency for its role in commemorating national events. While the standard Britannia design was minted for everyday circulation, collectors may also note that 2002 featured a variety of commemorative coinage, including special silver-proof or gold-proof editions across different denominations for the Golden Jubilee, though these were not necessarily part of the circulating coinage. From a numismatic perspective, 2002 50p coins are relatively common, having been struck in considerable quantities for general use. Nevertheless, coins in uncirculated condition, proof quality, or those forming part of official mint sets from that year, particularly those with Golden Jubilee themes, are of special interest to collectors. Over time, even circulated examples become tangible artifacts reflecting Britain's transition into the 21st century. The longevity of Elizabeth II's reign and the continuous evolution of the country's coinage. In conclusion, the 2002 50p coin stands at the intersection of functionality, history, and national symbolism. Its obverse connects us to the living legacy of Queen Elizabeth II, one of the longest reigning monarchs in British history, while its reverse preserves the timeless image of Britannia, reminding all who handle it of the island nation's strength, unity, and enduring spirit. As such, even amidst the pockets and purses of everyday people, the coin carries with it a story of tradition, resilience, and the quiet yet persistent heartbeat of a nation steeped in history.
Next top, the 1997 United Kingdom 50p coin, bearing the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, represents an intriguing and significant chapter in the numismatic history of modern Britain. This coin, minted during a period of significant political, economic, and cultural evolution in the United Kingdom, holds both historical and collector's appeal due to its connection with an era that saw the British monarchy navigating both public adoration and evolving scrutiny. The 50p coin, often abbreviated as 50p, has been an essential denomination within British currency since decimalisation was introduced in 1971, replacing the older, more complex pounds, shillings and pence system with a more streamlined decimal system designed to modernise British coinage for contemporary economic use. The 1997 issue is especially important because it represents the final year of the large-sized 50p coin, a design which had remained unchanged in terms of dimensions since its inception nearly 3 decades earlier. The obverse or front side of the 1997 50p prominently features the portrait of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, the longest-reigning monarch in British history at the time, an iconic figure whose image has graced coinage across the United Kingdom and Commonwealth nations for decades. The portrait shown on this particular coin is the third definitive effigy of the Queen, designed by renowned British sculptor Raphael Makhlouf, whose artistic rendition of the monarch was introduced in 1985 and remained on UK coinage until 1997. In Makhlouf's depiction, Queen Elizabeth II is shown wearing the George IV state diadem, an ornate diamond crown traditionally worn during the state opening of Parliament. This diadem features intricate floral motifs including roses, shamrocks, and thistle symbols of England, Ireland, and Scotland, respectively, reflecting the unity of the nations that comprise the United Kingdom. The diadem contains 1,333 diamonds and 169 pearls, making it a symbol of both monarchy and craftsmanship. Makhlouf's portrayal is often admired for its dignified yet approachable presentation of the Queen, offering an image of regal authority tempered with subtle warmth. Encircling the portrait is the Latin inscription, Elisabeth Cadua Digireg, F.D. 1997, which translates to Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith, underscoring the Queen's constitutional and spiritual role in the British realm. The inclusion of these titles not only signifies tradition but also reflects the continuing relationship between the Crown and the Church of England, of which the monarch remains the supreme governor. Turning to the reverse of the 1997 50p coin, one encounters the iconic image of Britannia, the enduring symbol of British strength, unity, and maritime heritage. Britannia, a female personification of Britain, is depicted, seated, facing right, adorned in a classical helmet and flowing robes, echoing imagery rooted in ancient Roman influence yet modernized to reflect British identity. In her right hand, Britannia holds a trident, a symbol of naval power and control of the seas, while her left hand rests upon a shield bearing the Union flag, symbolizing the unity and sovereignty of the British Isles. At Britannia's side lies an olive branch, signifying peace, reflecting the nation's aspiration to balance strength with diplomacy. This design was crafted by the artist Christopher Ironside, whose work was selected for the 50p coin at the time of decentralization, becoming one of the most recognizable reverse designs within UK coinage for decades. The lower portion of the coin's reverse simply reads the denomination, 50 pence, inscribed in clear, capital letters beneath Britannia, ensuring both aesthetic symmetry and clarity for everyday users. One of the most critical technical details of the 1997 50 pence is its physical specification. The coin is composed of cupro-nickel, an alloy consisting of 75% copper and 25% nickel, providing durability and a silvery appearance, ideal for circulation coins. The coin measures 30.00 millimeters in diameter, significantly larger than subsequent issues after the size reduction introduced in 1997. Marking the coin's final year in its original large form, it weighs 13.50 grams and features an equilateral curved heptagon shape, possessing 7 equal sides and curved edges, a distinctive form that is instantly recognizable, offering both visual uniqueness and practical benefits, such as easy identification for the visually impaired and smooth operation within coin-operated machines. The coin's milled edge further adds to its tactile qualities and reinforces anti-counterfeiting measures. Historically, the year 1997 holds poignant significance within the context of the British monarchy and public sentiment. It marked the tragic passing of Diana, Princess of Wales, an event that deeply affected the nation and the world, casting a complex shadow over perceptions of the royal family. Although this coin predates the widespread modernization and public relations reforms of the monarchy, it serves as a tangible reminder of the transitional era for both the Crown and British society. Moreover, 1997 heralded political change with the election of Tony Blair as Prime Minister and the Labour Party's landslide victory, initiating the so-called New Labour era, focused on modernization and reform, all while the traditional coinage system carried symbols of enduring heritage. In numismatic circles, the 1997 50 pence coin garners particular interest as a transitional issue, being the last of the large 50p coins before the Royal Mint introduced the smaller-sized version later that same year to improve practicality and reduce production costs. As such, the 1997 large 50p coin exists in somewhat reduced circulation today, having been demonetized for everyday transactions in the early 2000s, though it remains popular among collectors and those fascinated by the evolution of British coinage, because 1997 also represents the final year of Raphael Makhlouf's portrait on the 50p denomination, replaced by Ian Rank Broadley's effigy later that year. The coin encapsulates a fascinating blend of artistic, historical and technical transitions from a collector's perspective. The 1997 50 pence coin in circulated condition holds modest monetary value, primarily as a sentimental or historical piece. However, examples in uncirculated or proof condition, particularly those encapsulated within official Royal Mint presentation sets, possess elevated desirability and can command higher premiums, especially among enthusiasts assembling date runs or focusing on pre-1997 large-format 50p coins. The coin's appeal extends beyond its monetary worth, residing in its symbolic representation of British heritage, its connection to significant historical narratives, and its place within the broader story of UK decimal coinage. In conclusion, the 1997 50 pence coin stands as a significant artifact of Britain's numismatic journey. It embodies an era of continuity and change, marked by artistic craftsmanship, royal iconography, national identity, and practical innovation. Through its intricate design, physical specifications, and historical backdrop, the coin weaves together threads of monarchy, tradition, and modernity, offering collectors and historians alike a fascinating glimpse into the fabric of late 20th century Britain, a nation on the cusp of transformation, yet firmly grounded in the enduring symbols of its illustrious. The 2005 United Kingdom 50 pence coin featuring Queen Elizabeth II represents a significant piece in British numismatic history, combining modern design elements with the long-standing tradition of UK coinage that honors the monarch. The 50 pence coin, often called the 50p, is a seven-sided equilateral curve heptagon introduced in 1969 as part of the decimalization process, which modernized British currency. By 2005, the coin had already been in circulation for over 3 decades, serving as both a functional currency and a canvas for commemorative designs, reflecting Britain's culture, achievements, and monarchy. The obverse front of the 2005 50 pence coin features the fourth definitive portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by the acclaimed British sculptor Ian Rank Broadley, IRB. This portrait, introduced in 1998, depicts the Queen wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, a piece of jewelry with historical significance. Originally a wedding gift to Queen Mary in 1893 and frequently worn by Queen Elizabeth II, Broadley's design aimed to offer a more mature and realistic portrayal of the Queen, reflecting her age and stature after over 5 decades of her reign by that time. Around the Queen's effigy is the inscription Elizabeth II, Digi Reg, FD, 2005, which is a traditional Latin abbreviation standing for Elizabeth II Dei Gratia Regina Fidei Defensa, meaning Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. This wording signifies the monarch's constitutional role as both head of state and supreme governor of the Church of England. The coin is struck in copronical, an alloy composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel, which provides durability and resistance to corrosion, essential qualities for circulating coinage. The diameter of the coin is 27.3 millimeters, and it weighs 8 grams, maintaining the dimensions established since the original decimal 50p was introduced. Its distinctive heptagonal shape not only makes the coin easily identifiable, but also ensures that it rolls evenly in vending machines and similar devices. In terms of the reverse design, the standard 2005 50-pence coin carries the familiar image of Britannia, a female personification of Britain, seated beside a lion, holding a trident in one hand and an olive branch in the other. Britannia has been a symbol of British identity, strength, and maritime heritage for centuries, first appearing on Roman coins and later revived in the 17th century under Charles II. The image symbolizes the nation's naval prowess, peace, and historical legacy. The denomination 50 pence is inscribed clearly within the design, along with the designer's initials where applicable. 2005 was not a commemorative year for the standard 50-pence coin, meaning that the majority of 50p coins produced that year featured the standard Britannia reverse. However, 2005 is also notable in the numismatic world for the release of certain commemorative 50-pence coins, especially for collectors, though those usually bear unique reverse designs unrelated to the standard Britannia motif. The circulation mintage for standard 2005 50-pence coins was relatively moderate, with many examples entering everyday use, making them accessible but still of interest to collectors in high-grade uncirculated or proof conditions. The 50-pence denomination is part of British cultural life beyond simple currency. Since its inception, it has been used for commemorating national events, anniversaries, and figures such as the 50th anniversary of D-Day, the 2012 Olympics, and literary icons like Beatrix Potter's characters. The 2005 coin stands at the midpoint of Queen Elizabeth II's reign, a period marked by stability, modernization, and national reflection as Britain approached the 21st century. Collectors value the 2005 50-pence coin for its representation of continuity within British coinage and the enduring image of the Queen. High-grade examples, especially those struck for collector sets in brilliant uncirculated proof or silver-proof finishes, command higher premiums among numismatics. Circulated examples are generally common but are still essential for completing a chronological set of UK decimal coins, especially those seeking the series featuring the rank Broadley portrait of the Queen from 1998 to 2015. In conclusion, the 2005 Elizabeth II 50-pence coin embodies the traditions of British coin design, national symbolism through Britannia, and the enduring legacy of Queen Elizabeth II's reign. Its unique shape, historical references, and quality craftsmanship ensure its continued presence in both everyday commerce and the collections of enthusiasts, making it an integral piece of the United Kingdom's rich numismatic heritage.